So today we're going to be touring Sketchbook 5 and 6. We pretty much left 2010 and 2011, and this is the last one of 2012, and that one's 2013. The reason I'm touring this video is because this one's so small, and I figured I'd just do a 2-for-1 deal, you know? This one, it's pretty much more or less the same things the other sketchbooks had in it. Lots of cats. I eventually came back to this and redrew this drawing. That's why that's there. That's from like 2017. I'm pretty sure this is more my Warriors OCs. And then there's some Hitalia shipping. More Warriors OC stuff. Scourge from Warrior Cats. Warriors OC. More Warriors OCs. Just a page full of doodles that I did with one of my friends during a drama class. My Little Pony, and then lastly another Warriors OC. So that's pretty much all that's in that sketchbook. Like I said, it's very short, so that's why I'm including 2 in this video. And then finally we're getting into my Ask Blog stuff that I mentioned in my last sketchbook tour. Basically, I had 2 or 3 Ask Blogs over the years on Tumblr. It was a really big thing during this time. So this side is Ask Trixie stuff. It's pretty much a horror thing because there's a lot of popular Ask Blog, webcomic, whatever you want to call it, on Tumblr at that time. So I wanted to do one with Trixie. And then on this side is basically about Minuet, and there's this whole thing in My Little Pony where there's background characters that are from Doctor Who, and they all have like hourglass cutie marks. So Minty has one, Minuet has one, so that's what that's about basically. And in the middle here, I just have some different kinds of notes. I did have a rest of my blog with a friend at one point, and that's still here. Some doodles, more Minuet stuff, some ideas, Minuet. That's pretty much everything. So I've already went through this one time and made sure there's no names, because I'm pretty much out of that phase with this sketchbook, but there's just a couple left, like this page. I had to remove it because this was my algebra homework, and I had just drawn on it and threw it in here, which isn't a good idea. I'll basically take this all out. So when I first started the Trixie one, it was a normal Trixie blog, but eventually I got into stuff like Rainbow Factory and junk like that. And then eventually it just evolved and went out of control. So I'm pretty sure this all came from a sketchbook, and then I just tore the sketchbook pages out and put them in here basically. But these are every single panel I've ever drawn. First I draw it traditionally and then move it to digital, like I said before. But there's not much to talk about story-wise, because I didn't ever finish it. I've always been into webcomics and stuff like that, but... And some pages got mixed up with Minuet stuff. So that's why it's there. But it does have its own thing. And these are some planning stuff that never just went anywhere at all. But you could definitely see an evolution in the way I draw ponies throughout this Ask Blog thing, because I was just drawing them so much. eventually just get better at it, I guess. Some of them have nothing on the back, so if I throw it to the side, there's nothing there. And then eventually I just started getting tired with it. These were the first few. So I just started doing other things, more minuet stuff mixed in with the Trixie stuff. I redrew a lot of panels several times just because it took me so long to get the webcomic out. Some of these are very light. More the original stuff. And then some random Warriors fan art of Squirrelfly and Ashfur. And again, just some random stuff. More stuff from before. It was in the horrible log. These are some more the beginning stuff. Maybe eventually I'll go into it more when we go through my digital art. But right now, I'm just kind of glancing over it really quickly, I'm sorry. That's basically everything. I'm gonna sort this real quick and then come back to you. So basically, Minuet was a story where Minuet was a Time Lord and she lost her memory. And it was about her finding her memory again. But there's only a few pages of it because I started it right when I was getting out of My Little Pony. Of course, in this one there's some Ask Trixie stuff mixed in. And she's gonna be best friends with like Berry Punch and them. Because usually they're seen together in the show. Of course, when you're doing stuff like this, you have to plan out how you want to draw these characters. So that's what that was about. I think at one point I was considering making an ask block for my Warriors OC, but I didn't really see that much Warriors stuff on Twitter at that point, so I just didn't want to do it. More stuff about planning how to draw Berry Punch. And I think this is the last one. Yeah. So that's pretty much everything.